What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and today I'm bringing you guys my top 5 favorite Mega Evolutions. Now, some of these might be a little obvious because if you know me, and some of these might be a little hard to guess. However, this video is something that I love doing top 5s, I love doing speculation, and I love doing like theory type stuff. So you guys might be seeing a lot more of these types of videos in the future. But with all that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into the countdown because I'm pumped to be doing this. So with that, let's go ahead and start off with number 5. So at number 5, I got this bad boy right here, Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is one of the coolest Mega Evolutions. Why? Not because it's fat, not because it can Volt Switch everywhere, but because it grew hair. It joined Rogaine. It joined Hair Club for men or women. I'm not sexist. However, this thing is so good in competitive and in league format just because of the fact that it is so fat. Granted, it doesn't get recovery, but rest is fine. It can live 2 hits easily. It can even live stab earthquakes. Like, it's really, really good. And on top of everything, it's just really freaking cute. Like, could you imagine just having a cute Ampharos and then it evolving into something even cuter that you just want to cuddle up with and then watch it destroy something? That'd be freaking awesome. Another thing I really like about this is that its Electric Dragon typing is extremely useful. The only thing I dislike about this, and the reason why it's number 5, is because it doesn't get Draco Meteor. I feel like if it got Draco Meteor, it would be 100% better. But all that is what made Mega Ampharos number 5. So coming in at number 4 in this list is this fat thing right here, Mega Slowbro. If you have never been swept by a Mega Slowbro, you are a freaking liar, and I know that you're a liar, and I'm coming to make you not lie. Liar. Everybody's been swept by this thing. It gets up a couple calm minds, you sleep on it a little bit, and you get swept. It is so fat. It's so fat on the physical side, you don't even have to invest in the physical side for it to be amazing at everything it does. Another thing I really like about this thing, this isn't really a reason why I like it. I like it a lot more because it gives me hope for Mega Slow King, if that makes any sense. And I like using Mega Slowbro because it kind of gives me hope for how good Mega Slow King will be. Because as you know, Mega Slow King gets access to really cool moves like Nasty Plot, and it's so good. This thing in Trick Room is amazing, offensive Trick Room, and it gets really cool like status moves in Thunder Wave, and it gets really awesome like moves like Fire Blast, and oh my gosh, it's just so good. Very few things can one-shot this, and I think that's what makes it such a good Pokemon in general, is because it can just live so many hits. But that combined with the hope for Mega Slow King is why Mega Slowbro is number 4 on this list. So coming in at number 3 might be a little bit of a surprise to basically everybody, and it's kind of even a little shocking to me, but back whenever Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire hadn't even been released yet, and Mega Pidgeot and Mega Beedrill got announced, I instantly knew that I was going to love Mega Pidgeot. The reason being is because of its ability No Guard. Everybody knows the pain of relying on a Hurricane to end battle and missing it, and losing the battle because of it. With Mega Pidgeot, you don't have to worry about that. Not only do you not have to worry about that, this thing gets U-turn, it gets Roost, it gets Defog, it can be fat if you have to make it. And honestly, you don't need massive coverage on a Pokemon for it to do well. Like, think about it. Mega Scizor, one of the most overrated Pokemon in OU, relies on Bug Bite, U-turn, Bullet Punch. That's all it needs. This thing can also be pretty decent at setup because it gets Work Up. And Work Up is actually really, really good because of its really high speed stat. While it doesn't up its speed anymore, it makes it so its Hurricanes hit really hard. And not to mention, if you really want to be a badass and you want to run Brave Bird on it, like you want to catch some people off guard, this is the way you do it. You just run Brave Bird, and then they switch in a special wall, then they get nuked by Brave Bird. You can also run Return, Frustration, a lot of different things. But aside from that, its move pool is pretty limited, but Bird Spam is just really hard to argue against. It's really hard to stop. And basically, because Mega Pidgeot is a badass turkey, it's number 3 on this list. So before you say anything, I know what you're going to say. Why is Mega Audino number 2? I thought you loved Mega Audino, Kelly. I thought that Mega Audino was your favorite Pokemon. Well, it is my favorite Pokemon, but I have a favorite Mega. Am I not allowed to favorite Mega? Am I not allowed? That's what I thought. Mega Audino is number 2 on this list for a couple different reasons. Mega Audino, while it is my favorite Mega, in regular like standard play, it is outclassed. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best. In League format, I think it is one of the best Cleric Megas that there can be. Granted, there's not that many Cleric Megas, but I think this thing is one of the best just Clerics in general. But this thing is so fat. It's so fat. It has such a wide move pool. All you have to do really is slap on coverage moves, and you can still hit decently hard because it's 4 times effective on a lot of things. Like, unless you're really good at drafting and you can draft teams that aren't 4 times weak to stuff, this thing can just slap on a 4 times effective move and nuke it. Like, it's not that hard, but it's very, very good. It's very fat, and that's what I like to play. I really love fat Megas. And not only that, but it's so cute. It's so freaking cute. It's one of those Megas that I have an undying love for, just because of the fact that it's so slept on, and because I don't know, I kind of gained love for it with the more people hated it. With the more that people said, Mega Audino sucks, it can never do anything. I more wanted to be like, well, watch me do it. And then I just ended up doing it, and then I ended up falling in love with it because I realized that it can do stuff really well, and it's a very good surprise factor. And it's one of my favorite Pokemon. And honestly, if you've been keeping up with League format, a lot of League format Pokemon, people have been drafting Mega Audino, and it's been doing well. Shroomraver in the PPL is 7-0, and he has a Mega Audino. Granted, it's not like his top killer or his top waller, but it's doing good, and that's why I love it so much, because it's underrated. It's amazing. And Mega Audino, you'll always be bae, but there's one more. There's one more Mega that is just so close to my heart. But with all that, Mega Audino is second on this list. So coming in at number 1 is a Pokemon that's probably going to be a little surprising to everybody, especially people that know me and know the way I battle, know that I hate setup. But coming in at number 1, we have Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados is my all-time favorite Mega forever and always. There's a couple different reasons. A, he's a big-ass fucking shrimp. That's awesome. But what I really like about Mega Gyarados is that with before it Mega Evolves, it has the ability Intimidate. Whenever it intimidates, it can be bulky, and whenever it can be bulky, it has an easier time setting up. It gets free setup. With ORAS, it got Crunch, which made it even better because it has a Stab Dark type move. Finally. Another thing that makes this thing my actual favorite Mega is its ability. Its ability is amazing in Mold Breaker, because the few things in the OU tier that wall this thing can be killed by this thing with its ability Mold Breaker. The few things that wall this thing are Rotom, Ferrothorn, but you can carry Fire Blast, which I plan to use this thing in the draft base league very soon, and I plan to use it well just because it has a lot of potential. And then aside from that, there's not much that really walls this thing, and you just need to run coverage. And if you can actually plan for an opponent's team like you can in draft format, this thing can be really, really powerful, along with the fact that it's freaking awesome. Whenever you set up a Dragon Dance, your opponent instantly gets scared and they have to fear everything. Compared to Calm Mind, that is a more passive setup. There are 2 types of setup in my mind. There's a passive setup in Calm Mind, and Iron Defense and Curse, and I can't really think of any. Acid Armor, Iron Defense, things like that. Those are passive setups. Cosmic Power is a passive setup. Then there are offensive setups in Nasty Plot, Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, Power Up Punch. I consider that offensive or aggressive setup. Like, there's so much that this thing has on it that putting aggressive setup on top of it all makes it amazing. Just because once you're bulky enough to live hits, all you have to do is get 1 Dragon Dance up and everything dies. It doesn't need to have crazy coverage because its stabs just hit so hard on the spectrum. Like, what resists water doesn't resist crunch, and what resists crunch doesn't resist water. So together, those things hit everything for at least neutral damage. And I think that's amazing. But Mega Gyarados is honestly, I think it has probably the most potential for a Mega if used correctly. If somebody like Mega Mogwai or somebody like Sceptile MC, or somebody like Super Gassy, they used Mega Gyarados in a draft format. I could honestly see it being probably one of the best Pokemon used that season, just because whenever you pair a really good Pokemon with a really good battler, it's a thing that is you cannot mess around with it. But with all that being said, that is my top 5 Mega Evolutions. My top 5 Mega Evolutions might come as a little bit of a surprise, but that's fine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like down below. Also leave a comment telling me what your top 5 favorite Mega Evolutions. If you don't agree with mine, tell me I'm stupid and tell me why you don't agree with them. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!